Okay, listener. Have you ever thought about what you would do if like the world just went dark?
Like really dark.
Yeah, not just like a power outage, but like
Uh-huh.
no internet, no cell service, no GPS.
Nothing.
Yeah, it'd be like someone just like hit the reset button on everything.
Makes you kind of appreciate that old flip phone in your junk drawer, huh?
Yeah, totally. So today we're diving into supervivencia.txt, and we're going to explore how tech from the past could actually save our butts in this kind of crazy situation.
Yeah, it's a fascinating thing, isn't it?
Yeah,
We're so reliant on all this new technology, but if something really bad happened, it might be the old stuff that actually helps us survive.
exactly. And to help us figure out how all this old tech could help us out, I've got an expert here who can explain how it all works.
Well, I'll try my best.
Let's start with the most basic thing you need in a crisis. Communication.
Yeah, good place to start.
If we can't use the internet or our smartphones, how do we even talk to each other?
I mean, carrier pigeons, smoke signals. Yeah, those could work, but supervivencia.txt talks about a more practical solution.
Okay.
The typewriter.
Well, you're saying like in a world with no internet, we should use typewriters.
Yeah, think about it.
Right.
Typewriters are durable, they're simple, and most importantly, they don't need batteries or Wi-Fi.
Mm.
You can write clear messages that you can actually hold in your hand.
Okay.
You would need ink and paper.
Right.
But that's a small price to pay to be able to communicate when everything else is down.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Like a low-tech social network.
Okay, so that works for short distances, but what if we need to talk to someone far away?
Well, for that, supervivencia.txt says we should use rotary phones.
Really? Those
Uh,
old things?
Yeah, they can only call as far as the phone lines go,
Right.
but they're super simple. A
Mhm.
lot of them are still working,
Yeah.
and they're easy to fix.
Yeah, that's true.
They run on basic electricity, so there's no fancy circuits that could get fried in like an EMP or something.
So it's not about the digital network anymore.
Right.
It's about the actual wires that are already out there.
Exactly.
Wow, I never thought I'd say this, but those old rotary phones are starting to look pretty good.
Yeah, they show that sometimes the simplest things are the ones that last.
Okay, so we can communicate, but all this typing and dialing is going to make us hungry.
Yeah, you got a point there.
What about food?
Right. No grocery deliveries, no instant ramen.
Exactly.
Well, supervivencia.txt says that canned goods would be a good place to start.
Yeah.
They last a long time. You don't need to cook them, and there's a lot of different kinds.
Canned peaches for every meal.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. I think I'd miss fresh food pretty quick.
And that's where the next level comes in.
Go.
Seeds.
Okay.
And not just having them, you need to know how to grow them.
Yeah.
Imagine like turning your whole backyard into a garden.
Yeah,
You could grow your own food.
that would be amazing.
Yeah, going completely off the grid.
Okay, that sounds awesome. But all that gardening would make me thirsty.
Yeah, that's true.
What about water?
No more filters or bottled water.
Right.
Supervivencia.txt says that we'd need to find a way to clean water from rivers and lakes and stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
So a manual water purifier would be key.
So like no fancy filters or anything,
Right.
just like basic mechanics?
Exactly. They use a simple filter and some chemicals to make the water safe to drink.
Oh,
No electricity needed.
gotcha.
Yeah.
I'm seeing a theme here. It's like
Yeah.
we're getting rid of all the complicated stuff
Right.
and going back to basics.
Yeah, back to the fundamentals of how things work.
We can communicate. We got food and water, but what about light?
True. It's not like we can just flip a switch.
Are we stuck with candles and campfires?
Well, candles would work,
Yeah.
but supervivencia.txt suggests gas lamps.
Gas lamps.
Yeah, they're way brighter than candles, and unlike flashlights, they don't need batteries.
That makes sense.
You can just refill them with fuel.
Gas lamps, huh? It sounds kind of romantic.
Yeah,
Like going back in time or something. But wouldn't we need a ton of fuel to keep those things going?
that's true. You'd need a good supply of propane or butane. But a lot of gas lamps can actually be changed to burn other things, too.
Really?
Yeah, like kerosene or even lamp oil if you had to.
So it's all about being flexible,
Right.
figuring out how to make things work with what you have.
It's not just about surviving.
Yeah,
It's about solving problems
I like that.
and using your ingenuity.
We're not just surviving, we're like MacGyver.
Exactly. We're tapping into that same ingenuity that helped people survive a long time ago.
Okay, so we can talk to each other.
Yep.
We got food, water, and light.
Uh-huh.
But how do we stay warm? I mean, no more central heating, right?
Yeah, you'd probably want to wear a lot of layers.
Yeah.
But supervivencia.txt reminds us about something else. Wood-burning stoves.
A classic.
Yeah, they've kept people warm for centuries. You do need wood,
Right.
and you need to know how to use one safely.
Yeah, of course.
But they can keep you warm, and you can cook on them, too.
Okay, so we're doing pretty good so far.
Not bad.
We've got most of the basics covered,
Mm-hmm.
but this is a lot of work.
You're telling me?
What about getting around?
Yeah.
No cars, no buses, no trains. Are we just walking everywhere?
Well, walking would work, but supervivencia.txt suggests bicycles.
Bikes? Seriously?
Yeah. Those things sitting in your garage.
You're kidding.
Nope, they don't need gas. They're quiet, and you can ride them on almost anything.
I haven't ridden a bike in ages.
Well, it might be time to dust off that old 10-speed.
Yeah, maybe you're right.
Your bike could be your best friend in this new world.
Okay, we've got communication, food, water, light, warmth, and now transportation.
Not too shabby.
But even with all this stuff, I bet there'd be a lot of problems that come up.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Like, what about all those little jobs and repairs that we usually don't even think about?
You're right. And for those, supervivencia.txt says a Swiss Army knife is a must-have.
Oh, yeah, the classic multi-tool.
Exactly. It's
Right.
got like every...
The whole toolbox in your pocket. A knife, a screwdriver, a can opener.
Yep.
But is that really going to be enough for everything we might need to do?
Well, it's not about having a specific tool for every single job.
Great.
It's about having some basic tools and knowing how to use them in creative ways.
I see.
You need to be resourceful and adaptable.
Right.
It's about figuring out how things work and being able to fix them yourself.
So it's not just about the tools themselves.
Right.
It's about what they represent,
Exactly.
like being resourceful and ready for anything.
And that's what helped people survive for so long before all this modern technology came along.
This is all pretty amazing.
Yeah, it is.
It makes you think.
For sure.
But we've only just scratched the surface of supervivencia.txt. We'll be back soon with part 2, where we'll dig even deeper into this world without modern technology. We'll talk about how people might connect and work together and what it would really mean to be human in a world stripped bare.